Hey guys, welcome to another video. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but as you can see, I am on a Mac right now. I just got my brand new MacBook Pro. I will be posting or uploading a unboxing video for it, which I am currently still editing in iMovie, which I'm really new to. But anyway, so this video I'm going to show you a tutorial for the basics of creating classes in Python. Now I have the general skeleton right here for a class. You always started out with a class keyword, the name of your class, which according to programming professionals, or the ANSI kind of standard for this, they generally want you to start a class name with a capital letter, but it doesn't really matter just so long as you don't use, I think, underscores or numbers to start it off or anything. So, but generally you want to do it with a capital letter, so like that, followed by a colon, the same as if you are writing a function, and then inside you're going to have stuff like your initial your initializer function, your destructor function, and some other stuff. So this is the general skeleton, but to write a class, we started off with the class keyword, then we come up with a name. So say we want to come up with, we want to write a class for MacBook, since I'm on a Mac right now. And we'll write MacBook, colon, and then we'll write our initializer function. Now you always want to have a initial function here in your classes. You do not have to, but it's nice to have one included, even if you don't really use it for anything special. The initializer function, we start off with the def keyword, the same as all functions, and then it's the word init, I-N-I-T, with 2 underscores on both sides. So underscore underscore init underscore underscore, then open parentheses self. Now this is, you might find this strange if you're completely new to classes, but the initializer function, you always have the parameter self as the first parameter, and then if you want other things like addition, we'll have an addition. So if you have a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, etc., etc. Now we're going to do that, and then colon, because this is a function. Now in your initializer function, you always, if you have extra parameters like this, you always want to do this: self dot the name of your parameter that you have equals that parameter, not a semicolon, too used to C++. So what this does is, for each instance of MacBook that you create, so this is a class, we can create multiple laptops, like Zach's laptop, Tom's MacBook, I mean not laptop, and Joe's MacBook, and Sarah's MacBook, etc., etc. Now each of these has its own variable, or what's called a member variable of addition. Now, so if you set Zach's MacBook's addition to Pro and Tom's MacBook addition to Air, and I mean it doesn't have the same thing. They're 2 separate instances. So each time you do your initializer function in your new class, this is giving it the member variables. Now, since all we have is addition, I'll leave that at that. Now we want to create a destructor function, and it's the same way with the underscores, but instead of init, it's del, short for delete, and then self is the only parameter that you will have in your destructor. Now let's just make it print out to the screen, MacBook deleted, like that. Now say we want to write a function that says print addition, and we want to include the keyword self because we are going to be accessing the instance or member variable addition. So each time you write a function that is trying to use or access a member variable, like the ones in your init, then you have to include self as your parameter. So we're going to say print addition and then self dot addition. Now we're done with our MacBook class. Now I will show you how to create an instance of your MacBook class. So I'm going to create Zach's MacBook equals MacBook open parentheses. Now you want to include, now we see when our initial function here, it takes self, but you did not put anything for self. The first parameter in this is actually going to be addition, which is somewhat confusing if you're new to this. So we're going to say a string for Pro because I have a MacBook Pro. Now we're going to say Tom's MacBook equals MacBook Air. Alright, now we'll say Zach's MacBook dot print addition in some empty parentheses. Now what you're doing here with this dot is you're actually accessing a member function. So the class MacBook has a member function called print addition. So with every instance we have of the MacBook, we can call the print addition. Now if we, before we do that, I want to say delete Zach's MacBook and delete Tom's MacBook so that you can see the destructor in action. I'm going to build this, and it prints out Addition Pro for my MacBook, Addition Air for Tom's MacBook. So you can see it's calling the print addition function of the class, and then when we delete them, it says MacBook deleted. So that is the basic class structure here and how to use classes. I might make another video for the class hierarchy, so you can actually say later we can say you have a class for computer, then you have two classes that inherit from that class, one Windows and one Mac, or so on and so on. So I will possibly make another tutorial showing how to do that and how to do the whole inherit capability in your programming, which is what really makes programming powerful and introduces the concept of encapsulation, if you want to look that up, and that's encapsulation, if you heard me right. So thank you guys for watching. I really look forward to making some more videos, and just a heads up, I do have Xcode on my MacBook here, and I'm learning how to use it. I'm pretty new to Objective-C and Xcode, so I'm really, it might take me a while, but after I get the hang of it and kind of, get my feet wet with Xcode, I might possibly make some tutorials for that, or some other Mac tutorials, such as iMovie or even GarageBand, if I become somewhat adept at those. But for now, this is all, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.